The Su-57 was intended to be Russia's first fifth-generation fighter jet, capable of performing air-to-air and ground missions while evading enemy air defense systems. However, as of now, Russia's Air Force does not have a futuristic fighter bomber in service. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022, the number of Russian Aerospace Forces, or RUAF, aircraft rose significantly. In Belarus and Western Russia, Russian Sukhoi fighters, strike aircraft, and close air support aircraft, such as the Su-35 and Su-30SM, gathered before heading to Ukraine to carry out missions over the skies. The Russian Air Force has lost 12 fighters, attack aircraft, and many surface-to-air missiles in just 2 weeks. The Su-57, like the F-22 and the J-20, was initially intended to be a stealthy fifth-generation fighter jet. However, the economy nearly imploded due to Russia's transition from a planned bureaucratic economy to a free market economy at the end of the Cold War. When the Russian defense budget was on life support and the government couldn't buy new equipment, the country was burdened with a huge stockpile of old Soviet-era weapons that it could not afford to operate. Modern fighter jets were also low on the priority list because of the absence of an aerial adversary. Russia will get 76 Su-57 stealth fighters by 2028 and is developing an upgraded communications suite. To demonstrate Russia's continuous attempts to improve its stealth fighter, Russia will test an updated communications suite for the Su-57 fifth-generation jet in the fall of this year. On July 21st, Russian official media cited that the state-owned technological business Rostech's Rus Electronics Group will carry out the impending tests. The Polyot Research and Production Enterprise will develop a new communication system for Russia's fifth-generation fighter plane. According to the report, the Russian Aerospace Force will get 22 Su-57 jets by the end of 2024, and that number will climb to 76 by the end of 2028. On the other hand, the report did not go into great depth about the benefits that an updated communication system will bring to the planes. The Russian military's Su-57 inventory is still minimal. Only a dozen or so are considered to be operational, with less than 20 in service. Moreover, because of the exorbitant expenses, the serial manufacture of the aircraft has not yet begun. According to reports in May, the Russian Air Force had been using Su-57 planes in the Ukraine for 2 to 3 weeks after Russia began special military operations in the neighboring nation. Following the TASS news agency's assertion, RIA Novosti, another Russian state-owned media outlet, said on June 9th that 4 Su-57 fighter jets working in a network had discovered and destroyed Ukrainian air defense installations. Russia's usage of fifth-generation aircraft has been widely reported on social media, although these assertions remain mostly unverifiable. The Sukhoi Su-57, also known as the NATO codename Felon, has been widely hailed by Moscow from its beginnings. According to Russian aviation experts, it's even more capable than the F-22 Raptor and the F-35 Lightning II aircraft now in service with the U.S. Air Force. Moreover, regarding weapons capacity and variety, the Su-57 has surpassed them. In November, military expert Alexei Leonkov claimed that the Su-57's second pilot system, which facilitates aircraft control and combat operations, a spherical all-around radar system, and cutting-edge electronic warfare capabilities left the U.S. far behind. Since the F-22 and the F-35 have high radar signatures, they can be easily shot down, he added. For a long time, it had been assumed that these aircraft may be called fifth generation. He said, "The West would like us to lag behind, but this is not the case." Leonkov stated that clear development can be seen in Russia with regard to both twin and single-engine aircraft. Russia's fifth generation. Multi-role fighters such as Russia's Sukhoi Su-57 are capable of destroying any aerial, land, or sea targets with ease. The Su-57 fighter plane, according to its designers, makes extensive use of composite materials and stealth technology. As a result, supersonic flight is possible, and the aircraft is equipped with radio-electronic systems that are among the most advanced in the world, a body-wide radar system, and a few other enhancements, the most notable of which are the weapons housed inside the fuselage, are all part of this system. A joint effort between the Russian Aircraft Corporation and the Sukhoi Design Bureau resulted in the Su-57 as part of the Russian Air Force's fifth-generation fightercraft program. They also have supercruise, super maneuverability, and better avionics to take out defenses on land and those at sea. Russia claims to have finished testing its stealth killer missile for Su-57 fighters, which it says can surpass the F-35 and F-22. According to Russian military plans, the fifth-generation Sukhoi fighter planes will be able to shoot air-to-air missiles, which are being tested in Russia this year. Aside from the F-22 and F-35 and China's J-20, the Su-57 is the only operational stealth fighter. The Vimpel Design Bureau, a division of Tactical Missiles Corporation, according to the Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu, developed and produced these short to medium-range air-to-air missiles. The updated weapon system will boost the combat effectiveness of the aircraft in standoff scenarios and expand the range of engaged aerial targets, particularly small-size vehicles based on stealth technology. Vimpel is one of Russia's most prominent missile producers. For example, R-77, R-74, K-74, and R-73 air-to-air missiles. A derivative of R-77? On November 18, 2019, the new improved air-to-air missile for the Su-57 fifth-generation fighter was unveiled at a ceremony marking the opening of the renovated production site of the Vimpel State Machine Building Design Bureau. However, the missile's name and performance specifications were kept hidden. R-77 missiles are alleged to have been used to build the new missiles. As far as experts are concerned, it is significantly shorter than any other members of the family. According to reports, the Su-57 is armed with air-to-air missiles such as the R-77 as the primary means of countering enemy fighters. The new missile's diameter is comparable to that of a regular R-77, although it could be even larger in the future. There are some significant changes between the new Vimpel missile and the R-77, despite both having a four-grid fin design. A broader back nozzle indicates that it may do thrust vectoring. It also does not appear that the longer missile's rear fuselage strakes are present. While all this is happening, the missile is expected to include passive radar homing and infrared seekers exactly like the R-77 variants. Some other features of the Su-57. 1. 6 radars. The Su-57 features 6 radars built into its airframe compared to most fighters and all rival fifth-generation designs, which provides a substantial edge in situational awareness. The Su-57's 6 radars allow it to concurrently track an unprecedented 60 targets and function in distinct wavebands that optimize it for electronic warfare and allow it to detect stealth objects at range in much the same way as the Su-35. It is possible to detect targets from the rear and sides thanks to the distribution of radars around the aircraft. 2. Extreme range and super cruise. The Su-57 has a far greater range than any of its competitors, including the Su-27, which had a much greater range than any Western or Soviet fighter before it, and the MiG-31 Interceptor, which was also built at the same time and was the world's first fighter capable of the extended supersonic cruise. In addition to having the world's longest supersonic range, the fighter can fly supersonically without the use of afterburners at speeds exceeding Mach 2. 3. Makeshift runway friendly. As far back as the 1980s, Russian fighters have put a lot of attention on being able to operate in the most difficult of conditions. When compared to other fighters, particularly those in the West, the MiG-29 and Yak-41 could be deployed with minimal runway support. The Su-57's runway performance has significantly increased, and it can take off from the shortest distances, making it potentially suitable for aircraft carrier missions with minor adaptations. What do you guys have to say about the Russian Su-57? Leave a comment below. That's all for today, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon for any new updates. See you in the next one.